377, and my name is Jordan Obeas. I'm the founder of Day Number. I've been documenting my journey for the last 377 days here on YouTube. Today is, and also on basically over 207 days now on Day Number. You know, and usually what I talk about is what I did each day, what happened the day before, and what happened today. And then I kind of like talk about like something related to, like a topic related to that. And if you see my name here is Jordan, Magic Jordan as well, because I'm also a professional magician, been doing magic for the last 23 years. Yesterday basically met with the jeweler that I signed as a client, basically my jeweler who I got my engagement rings and wedding bands from. And then worked on a couple things there. I see that the sense of urgency in me that's coming now when I'm working with him, and also even myself, is starting to come from like seeing like how Bill Gates worked in the autobiographies. I've been reading autobiographies for the last 3 months, or biographies and autobiographies. Read Michael Dell's, read Bill. Max, hey, no. Max, no, hey. Max, no. Max, hey. No. Hang on a second. Okay. Silly boy. Yeah, I'm just here with Max, guys. Maxy boy. Yeah, so one of the things that I guess I've been catching from them is like their sense of urgency, like and having like, even especially Elon Musk, like that maniacal sense of urgency, right? Is how they operate, right? And so like there'll be like an all hands on deck, like everybody's all in, working 24/7, sleeping in the office, basically whatever they have to do to actually get the job done, and create like impossible deadlines basically. And so I was like, yesterday he said, oh yeah, we got to take these pictures of like these rings or something like that. Maybe we could do that next week. I'm like, no, man, let's do it now. Why are we gonna wait, right? So it's really pushing him to have that urgency, right, and getting it done now. So that's the thing, is like that should be your operating principle, is do it now, right? If you do this, like if you have this kind of urgency as a founder of somebody who's building something, instead of I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next year, or I'll do it next week, or I'll do it a few hours later. Like once you realize that something has to actually get done, then you got to do it now, because you don't know how long you really have to live, or how much runway you think you have in terms of building a company. So take action on it now, because the longer it takes, the more it's actually going to cost you, right? It's going to cost you more time down the road. It's going to cost you more attention down the road. It's just like, health, unfortunately. Like even myself, like, I probably have over time have compounded doing certain habits that have caused me to, attribute to whatever's going on with, like, my feet are like always dry or whatever, right? But something within me that's causing those kind of things, right? So that's why attack the problem or situation, whatever it is you're trying to solve, do it now, right? And if you need help, sometimes you don't know the how, that's what stops you, then figure out somebody who you think could help, right? We have access to tools like, all this computation, all this data and information to actually build the things that we want to build, right? So there's no excuse, right? There's no excuse. But that's what I want to share, really. Before this, it was Max. Look at this guy. Beautiful day out today, guys. Beautiful day out. So if it's your first time tuning in, my name is Jordan Oveas. I'm the founder of Day Number. I've been documenting my journey for the last 377 days. And usually I talk about a topic that, is related to whatever happened the day before. So the one thing I'm talking about is the principle of doing it now, right? If there's something that you know you need to do, and I'm talking to myself here too, and this is not just talking to everyone here. It's just something that came to me. I want to share with you guys. It's kind of like a note to myself, right? It's like, do it now, and don't wait till things are all perfect for you to actually take action. It's like by the time that happens, it's gonna be too late, right? So, and then, so yeah, where you guys all tuning in from today? Where's everyone tuning in from? Hang on a second here. Take off this hood. You can do it, Maxi boy. You can do it. Go ahead. Yeah, where's everyone tuning in from today? I'm from Canada. Sometimes we get people from India, Australia. Where else have we gotten people from? America, obviously, the USA, the United States of America. Marcus Quick says, hey, where's everyone tuning in from? You can do it, Maxi boy. You can do it, Maxi boy. Carrot says, hi. What's up? Where's everyone tuning in from today? And chat, eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to be, once we get more donations in, I want to give away maybe once a week, or maybe whenever the donations come through. If you donate through Square, I'll get it through right away. Donate at daynumber.io. Or donate.daynumber.io. The link's in my description. What do you call it? I'll give away half of whatever I get from donations to somebody who's subscribed and somebody who has liked and shared. So, hi brother, how's your day going? Good, Cat, you got there. Cat, strongest, what's up? He's a dog, brother. He's a dog. Any of you guys got pets? You guys got pets? Girl, I know you very well. I seen you growing every day and myself. Let history repeat itself. Suddenly you're in my life, part of everything I do. You got me working day and night, just trying to keep a hold on you. Who knows that song? It's an old song. Very old song. Probably in the Beatles days. I just wanna be your everything. Open up my eyes. Anyways, what I was talking about is especially, yeah, so I've been reading Elon Musk's biography, and yeah, that's what I seen, is that he sets impossible deadlines, because the key to setting impossible deadlines, first of all, like I've said many times, is you have to have a big enough mission that matters to you so much that you're willing to literally put your whole life into it, right? So, and and you don't know how long you have here left to live, right? So if you combine that, you don't know how much time you have here on Earth with a big mission, you're gonna be hella motivated, right? And I think that's my problem that I face myself, is that I would confuse, especially because there's like, when you have a family, the immediate need, the pressures of the family that they need for like short-term gains. And then I put off things that I think are not going to get me those short-term gains, because I'm being pulled between what my family needs in the beginning, or myself needs, versus what humanity needs. And I think we have to remember that if we put humanity first, and one thing that I saw that Elon Musk was really good at, is he took a mission and he found a way to fund it, and turned it into a business to, fund it along the way, right? So it wasn't just pure like, okay, yeah, we're gonna save the world. It's like, hey, how are we gonna fund this mission? We can't just rely on investors. We have to rely on making it into a company so that it can actually fuel and fund itself, right? Just like even Mr. Beast is doing. There's nothing more dreadful than the habit of doubt. Buddha. Plutonium. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. There's nothing more dreadful than the habit of doubt. Yes, that is true. That's true. That's why it's like you have to believe in your mission so much that you're willing to give everything you got into it, right? And just remember that, no matter what, everything else will be taken care of. It relates to, you know, what Jesus said: seek first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you, right? And what is the kingdom? The kingdom is really your mission. Whatever it is that is calling you to, for you to do, everything else will be provided for. And see, this is a reminder for myself, even that, oftentimes, like I said, I try to, focus on to provide for my family, and then at the same time, I'm like, man, I know I have a bigger mission to fulfill. Sorry, guys, hold on. I'm just trying to. My dog just did his thing here. Hold on 1 second. This is what I should always do beforehand. Before the stream. Carrot Islam. Scrungers, what's your mission? Carrot, Allah is better. Look, Allah, God, whatever you want to call him. The creator, right? What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter who it is or what it is. It's basically what's the most important to you, right? What's the most important to you, right? And what's actually going to serve humanity as a whole? That's really what you have to question. Because if it only serves a few, then it's not really what's best for everyone. And sometimes we might not realize that for our whole life. For me, my mission is to support as many mission-driven founders who are building a company to fulfill their mission, give them all the resources and tools that they need, right? Resources includes finances, staff, like anything they need to succeed. Some crows here. Hang on, guys. Gotta move out of this way. There's like some construction going on here. Did you just lick your finger after picking it up? Nah, I didn't do that. What do you call it? I had to lick my finger to open the bag. Yeah, not after picking it up, definitely not. And I used the bag to pick it up anyway, so, but either way, it could still come through. But yeah, the mission has to be big. If it's big enough that will pull you so far, that will cause you to do anything, it'll make you make those moves. Because even the hard things, like when Elon Musk took over Twitter, it was like 8,000 employees, and he had to make some serious cuts. He ended up cutting about almost 80% of the staff after all the the layoffs had to happen, because a lot of advertisers were leaving. That was 90% of their revenue, basically. So it was heavily driven by advertisers. And so the advertisers, once they realized that Twitter was like a place where, man, so much things can be said. Where do you want to go, Max? Why are you holding me back? Why are you holding me back? You want to go? See, he wants to play. That's why. He wants to play. He wants to play. Come on. Come on. Come on, Max. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Oh. Come on. Teach me some deep founder knowledge, something I wouldn't know. Well, what do you want to know? Just ask a question. I have to ask. The key is the question. You're giving me a command, and it's hard to. The best thing is I could share it from my own experience. That's all, right? And then also what I'm learning through other people's experiences by reading biographies and autobiographies, right? I think that's one thing. If you really want to, learn is read autobiographies and biographies of people who have been where you are and have what you want, have attained the goal or desire that you want, right? You can learn from everyone and anyone, right? Even a child, you can learn from a child. If you have children, you can learn from children. You can see their persistence, how they get things. Like my daughter, she doesn't, even I think almost any kid, they get what they want most of the time, right? Because they're persistent and insistent about it, right? My daughter wanted to make some money last year and this year. Well, she persisted and she's like, Papa, I want to go out and sell stuff. Okay, because she's seen me sell stuff, right? So she's like, okay, I want to do it. And she didn't care if she got rejected. She just kept going and going, right? What's the fastest path to getting money? The fastest path to getting money is finding people who has your money and how you can serve them. Who can you help? You just got to ask, who can you help and how can you help them, right? That's it in your mind. Who can you help, right? Is it a local business? Is it your next door neighbor? Is it going to be, somebody online? Or you can go knock on people's doors, right? In the neighborhood, right? Go knock on people's doors, all right? And go sell something. Just go sell something. Sales is the fastest path to money, really, right? You're always selling something, right? Marketing is just sales multiplied at scale, right? So just think about who can you help, right? And then how can you help them? What problem or what solution or what is it that they want? And you're gonna give it to them, right? So figure that out, and then help them, and then charge money for it. Like look, when I went with my daughter, she's seen me buying and selling stuff. So go buy and sell stuff. Go buy something for cheaper and sell it for more, and tell them you're raising money for your startup or whatever it is that you're doing. If you go to like a local discount store, even a Walmart, I'm sure you could find something there that's non-branded to Walmart. I don't think Walmart has anything branded to them. Like, they have like their own kind of brands within Walmart, like Great Value, like certain products that are Walmart products. But I'm talking about like things that are non-branded. We have a store near here, Giant Tiger. What my daughter, I usually try to find something that's on sale, that's cheap, that has low cost, and we can charge at least 100% more, right? At least 100% more, so there's high margin, and a lot of people just contribute because they know I tell my daughter all the time, you're selling yourself, not the product, right? Meaning like they're buying into you, your idea, your vision, your mission, your energy, your excitement about what it is that you're doing, right? So now with AI, there's so many ways you can do it. You can just ask AI to interview you and say, hey, look, tell me what are some of my strengths and help me to find the fastest path to money today. If I had to make $500 today or $100 a day or $1 today, what is it? And then I'll ask you questions like, okay, if you want to make that much money today, go buy and sell stuff, like whatever. There's Facebook Marketplace, right? So there's so many different ways, right? Scrungus says I'm a finance guy. Okay, in what respect? Are you a financial analyst? Do you do M&A? Do you move money? Meaning you help facilitate transactions, right? What type of finance guy are you? Lee Hanate says, konnichiwa. Hey, konnichiwa. What's up? At the end of the day, there's a million ways to succeed and a million ways to, make probably $1 million. The key goes back to your mission, right? Why are you building? Why are you doing this? Why did you start? For me, why do I count how many days I've been building, right? It's because my mission is to support, provide a platform and a network for founders to fulfill their mission with what they're building. Right? Because a lot of founders now, it's so easy to start a business now. It's so easy to, try to start something. But it's also easy to disappear silently, when nobody's watching, because millions and millions of people are now starting their own kind of business, right? I just like the way numbers look. Big numbers are better than small ones. Yeah, no, I hear you. Hey, if you like numbers, here's here's something that you can visualize. I was doing this last night, is approximately, and this is like, not like maybe somewhat accurate, but there's about $100 trillion of money like circulating right now around the world, the global economy, right? So I was trying to make $100 million seem small, right? So if you actually factor that, if you do the math, $100 million, if you thought of like a piece of, I don't know, just say $100 million. Imagine $100 million was just like represented as a penny. So now imagine you would need a million pennies to equate to like it's just one of a million pennies in like a pool of like pennies, right? So 1 in a million is 100 million. Most people, their whole lives, never make even a million, right? Which is 1%, less than 1% of that, right? So imagine what's a million times 100, which is that's 100 million, right? And most people are chasing their whole lives trying to do something, trying to chase money, and then only to make. And it's not even if you made $1 trillion, it's still 1% of the total global currency circulation, right? So it's really nothing. And that's why when it comes down to it, you really have to focus on the mission and the vision, because in the scale of things, no amount of money that you can put in a bank, even $1 trillion, is even going to feel like a lot compared to what's circulating around the world, right? I feel like everyone is making AI businesses, and it's daunting to try to do the same because it's so easy to get replaced. Yeah, so it's not really about, you're not trying to sell AI right now. The AI is just a lever, just like internet was a lever, electricity was, cars are. It's what that lever, what that tool is going to provide. Sell the employee, sell the solution. What solution are they looking for? Where are the bottlenecks? Like, well, first of all, where do they want to go? The business that you're trying to help, or the person you're trying to help. How do they what do they need help with? They might just say AI because it's a what do you call it? It's a trending thing right now, right? And it's not just trending, but it's just on everybody's mind right now, right? But the problem is probably something different. They need more customers. Well, why aren't they getting more customers? People got to know them. Okay, how do we get people to know them? Well, there's, direct mail, there's newspapers, there's TV ads, there's YouTube, there's social media, right? There's articles, there's, in person, door to door, there's flyers, right? There's all these different ways to be known. And once people know you, okay, how do we turn that traffic into, and how do we convert them now, right? There's joint venture partner networks, people who sell different things to your ideal client, right? There's so many different ways to get known. We have to use all of them. And then now, how do we convert? Once you get known, how do we handle that now? All that traffic coming in, right? So that's another problem. So you really have to identify and look at it from a consultant perspective. Or you can keep it simple. Just go buy and sell shit. If you really need to make money right now, just go find something and then go out there and sell it, right? You can do that today. Go on Facebook Marketplace near you, find something that you know the value of, and it's being underpriced, and then flip it, right? Yeah, Scrungus, buzzword. Yeah, you're right. Scrungus, what do you do for work? Right now I raise money for charity, and I'm also consulting for AI, but really what I'm building is Day Number, which is, if you go on my homepage, you'll see what I'm building. And you go to daynumber.io/community. I created a community for founders, to build together. And would love to see you in there. If you want, reach out to me. We'd love to connect. And especially if you're a founder, anybody here listening, if you're a founder, go to daynumber.io/community. Would love to connect. There's a 24/7 live call that's on all the time, so anybody can hop in, anytime to connect with anyone around the world. There's also, we're supposed to have a call like every Saturday. I'm going to start that soon. Or eventually we'll have like just founders meeting one another, sharing what they're building. And then every month, I want to give away 50% of whatever I generate from that group every month to one founder on a live demo day. So would love to have you there. Thank you for everybody that subscribed. I do have to go, but definitely commenting, engaging helps me to keep going on this. But yeah, remember your mission, remember the why of what it is that you're building, and that will provide for everything else. And that will create that sense of urgency in order for you to activate the principle of doing it now. Having that maniacal sense of urgency as your operating principle, because the mission is big enough. And I would say document every single day, whether it's in a journal, in a notebook, or publicly, or on the platform I created, daynumber.io, especially if you're a founder, and reflect back on, it's going to help you to reflect back and keep you accountable to stay true to your mission. Even for me, there's been many times where I've been distracted, but it's helped me to really keep going and not quit, and realize that, okay, this is what I need to do, and stay focused. So thank you guys again. Have a great rest of your day. I'm out.